Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses related to manifesting your specific person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to help you guys realize and actually feel in yourself and in your body your oneness with your specific person. We say a lot of the time, you're one with your specific person, you're not separate from them, and yet the impression I get is that most people understand this, at least to an extent, intellectually, but when it comes to practicing it, they can't really grasp it. They can't really feel it to be true. So my hope is that today's video will help you actually feel it. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So as I just said in my intro, and as I'm sure you have already heard multiple times in the manifesting community, you are one with your specific person. You share a oneness with your specific person. As a matter of fact, you share a oneness with everyone else in the universe. But while most people are able to grasp this, at least to an extent intellectually, I find that in practice, most people still treat their specific person as someone completely separate from them. Someone who is not affected by their thoughts, not affected by their feelings, not affected by the energy they're projecting towards them, not affected by their assumptions, their beliefs, their expectations, and so on. Obviously, that's a problem. If you're manifesting a specific person, seeing them as separate takes away all your power. Because if you know that you are one with your specific person, you truly are one in consciousness, then you automatically realize that your thoughts matter, your energy matters, your feelings matter. They all get transmitted to them. And the good news is that by changing these in yourself, if they need changing, the version of your specific person that you're experiencing changes as well, thanks to that oneness that I just described. If on the other hand you see them as separate from you, then there's not much you can do. Your thoughts, your feelings, your energies, your assumptions, your beliefs, your expectations, your whole dominant state doesn't matter in any way. If you're seeing them as separate, nothing you do or think or feel gets transmitted to them. And so while that latter concept is not true, as we know in the manifesting community, we're all one, you always 24/7 are energetically connected with your specific person, you share a oneness with them. When it comes to practicing conscious manifesting, most people default to the latter, default to seeing their specific person, feeling their specific person as someone completely separate from them. So how do you feel your oneness with your specific person in practice? How do you realize that you are never separate from them? That everything that goes on within yourself automatically gets transmitted to them? You start by observing your own inner conversations, whether conversations you might be having in your head, in your imagination with your specific person, or conversations you have with yourself, things you're telling yourself about your specific person, your relationship with them, your expectations of them, and so on. And you compare these dominant thoughts and those dominant inner conversations with what your 3D is showing you. If you're in separation right now with your specific person, if you're in no contact, or if you're in a relationship but you're in a crisis, or you're having problems, or maybe you're in a friends with benefits situation and they're not committing to you, or maybe there's a third party involved in the situation, whatever the case might be, you want to be observing your dominant inner conversations when it comes to your specific person and to your relationship and to the situation between the two of you. You will probably notice that your dominant conversations with them, whether it's with them or whether it's you talking to yourself, are probably along the lines of, why are you rejecting me? Why do you not want to be with me? Why are you not committing to me? Why don't you see the value and the importance of this connection? Why are you not treating me right? Why have you hurt me? Why are you not choosing me? Why perhaps have you chosen someone else instead of me? And so by doing that and correlating it to your experience of them in the 3D, you start to realize that your specific person is doing nothing more than playing the part that you yourself are dominantly assigning to them. If the part you're assigning to them is that they're a cheater, for example, or that they are rejecting you, or that they don't care about you, they're not attracted to you, they don't want you in their life, they're not prioritizing you, they're not ready to commit to you, they're stubborn, or they'll never communicate first, or they're a bad communicator, or they don't want to include you in their life, or maybe they're a nice person, but they're immature, they're not ready for a relationship. Whatever the script might be, you need to realize by observing those inner conversations of yours that it's a script that you are assigning to them. And because they are one with you and they're always energetically connected to you, they are subconsciously compelled to play out that script for you. If you're dominantly in an energy of being rejected by them, not being chosen by them, not being wanted by them, not being committed to by them, and then that's what they're reflecting back to you in the 3D because that's what they have to reflect back to you, at least you now know that you are the one assigning them that part. And this helps you understand and realize the oneness that you do always share, even if the 3D experience is something unpleasant to you and something that's undesirable to you. So now that you have established that, you start doing the opposite. You start actually choosing your experiences. First, the experiences that you have internally, which are then sooner or later going to be reflected externally as well by your specific person. You're now assigning them a new script. You're assigning them a new part to play in your life, and you start by first embodying that new part, by starting to feel like the person who already has what they want from their specific person. How would it actually feel if they were committing to you, if they were choosing you, if they didn't want anyone but you, if they didn't want the third party, but they were choosing you instead? How would it feel if they wanted to get back together with you? How would it feel if they were the most affectionate, most attentive person in the world towards you? How would it feel if they were an amazing communicator, someone who would text you every day proactively? That is the feeling you want to catch, and that is the feeling and the inner conversations that you want to start establishing within yourself and making them dominant within yourself. Once they start reflecting that new version back to you, and once they start playing that new part that you are now assigning to them, you will again feel that oneness, you will realize how it works in practice, and you will start not just grasping it intellectually, but actually experiencing it and seeing it at work. In this process, you need to keep your ego aside as much as you can. It's okay to recognize the opposing thoughts that come in, the observations of the 3D that your ego might be reminding you of, but you mostly want to be mindful of the fact that your inner conversations with them, with yourself, the stories you're telling yourself, your dominant inner energies and your dominant inner vibrations are actually what determines how your specific person shows up. And this is the biggest proof you can ever get of the oneness that you share with your specific person, which never breaks, never goes away, and never stops applying under any circumstances, no exceptions. So I hope this exercise helps you guys go deeper into your inner practice and actually start embodying who you want to be and who you want your specific person to be. And you'll be very surprised, or perhaps not, to see that your 3D is going to follow suit sooner or later. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.